Nathan, does everyone hate you?
Not me personally, no, because I don't play for Man City. But thanks for that. No, I thought just to give context, I thought that's a great response from Klopp, because I think he sort of understood where Pep was coming from, and Pep himself, he was just prodding people, just winding people up. And I think, let's be honest, he's been in the league long enough to know that right now, some people like him, some people do not. Some people like City, some people do not. What he said hasn't really moved the needle as such. It's just that people who didn't like him have got more reason to not like him, and people that do, like, yeah, go on, Pep, say it like it is, and all this stuff. And I think those two managers, they get it. You know, they understand. They've coached so many games. They've had so many press conferences. And it's nice to see I was smiling as I was listening to Klopp, because, you know, it's like the reporters given that to him, almost looking for like a really strong response, and the battle of the words, the two coaches going head to head. But it's not that. They respect each other, and they sometimes have a little jokes and little prod things. And I suppose it's up to us to sort of sensationalize it. But I thought Klopp did very, very well there. And with Pep himself, like, obviously, this, as Klopp said, certain things are facts. The Liverpool record in the Premier League is a fact, and so on for City going out in semi-final. Those are facts. But all the other stuff, it's just a bit hyperbole. Like, obviously, not everyone supports Liverpool, and in the same breath, not everybody's hating on City. And, you know, Spurs do what they do. It doesn't make any difference in the grand scheme of things. And overall, I think that's a nice encounter between the two.
I'm not having that, Nathan.
Oh, Nathan's very much glass half full.
No,
Why,
I've
Stevie,
agreed.
why?
I've agreed. Well, because I absolutely think that Pep knew what he was doing. I don't think he was having a bit of fun and winding anybody up. He absolutely was speaking his mind and telling you what he thought. You know, he went on to talk about not just the fact that it's Liverpool. We started talking about Manchester United. I mean, seriously, he's having a go because everybody's been having a go at him and his players because they lost the game against Real Madrid.
Okay.
And I think you could see it in his face when he was talking, and he wasn't smiling. He wasn't happy, if you ask me.
So what does he have to gain by saying it then?
You know, sometimes we let our guard down, Dan. You know, when you're annoyed and frustrated and angry, sometimes you let your guard down.
I've seen you let your guard down occasionally.
You know,
but Dan,
and it's particularly after you're winning 5-0 and you've basically rammed it down everybody's throat,
right,
including, as Pep said, ex-players and all this, saying that we don't have any leaders and yeah. I mean, have you ever heard this guy talking as much? No. This was no wind-up. He was annoyed, and he was making sure everybody knew it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but I think that there is another aspect here. Is I think that Pep Guardiola is also talking to his own players, to his own club. I think that this is us again. The rest of everybody's against us, and we have to stick together. I think that yes, maybe it was winding up a bit, but I think this was also try to get the players ready for the battle to be there. There's nothing better than having an enemy out there, and he used Liverpool at that moment. Pep Guardiola doesn't like to speak a lot, and suddenly now he speaks a lot. I think that was a planned strategy after that Real Madrid thing, because then you can feel, a lot of people will feel that is all about Manchester City was now this season to get the Champions League, but it was necessary for him to kind of get the troops together because the Premier League is big out there, and then you needed an enemy. But I think that Pep Guardiola, I think Jurgen Klopp are two of the best who knows the business, and Jurgen Klopp the best, because he knows everything about the history of Liverpool. He knows everything on what buttons he should go in there. I think that Pep is a bit jealous of that because he doesn't have that natural charm in that way like Jurgen Klopp is doing. And I see Klopp, just when they're asking him the question, he starts laughing at the right times. That is his way of doing things, and that is hard to copy. And Pep tries, and he doesn't 100% succeed in that, I think.
Wow. No wonder Pep gives you rubbish interviews and compared to Klopp, yeah. Dear me. Shaq?
I don't get it. I'll be really honest with you. And to Stevie's point, I understand after big nights in this game and emotions are running deep, you maybe say things that you regret. And it was good to see Jurgen Klopp address what I thought was a faux pas on his part in the way that he spoke before this Villa game, and credit to him for that. Similarly, Guardiola, after City go out in the Champions League, emotional, maybe saying things that he shouldn't. But I don't kind of excuse it as easily as Jan or Nedum. To Nedum's point, saying that it doesn't really move the needle, people who like Pep are still going to like him, people who hate him are just going to have a greater reason to hate him. I like Pep, and I thought it was a stupid thing to say. I really did, and I like Pep.
So do you hate him now?
No, I don't. I still like him. I just thought it was a stupid thing to say. And to Jan's point, I understand the motivation around this siege mentality. Jose Mourinho uses it better than anybody else. But I just think if you're Manchester City, if you won 4 of the last 5 Premier League titles, if you're able to spend the kind of money that you can, surely this woe be us is beyond you. It's falling on. It's nobody. Well, I'm not buying it. I really am not buying it. I just find it was a silly thing to be saying at this point, especially given, listen, this is part of the territory. When you're winning the titles in as frequently as you are, when Manchester United were winning it as they were through the 2000s, everybody hated Manchester United. Everybody wanted somebody to compete with them, to push them. And that's the role that City have now inherited. It's not any different. It's par for the territory. And for somebody who's coached at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, surely he knows better.
No, but listen. Pep Guardiola. What's stupid saying that? I mean, he gets annoyed. Every pundit in English TV are either for Liverpool or Manchester United. Sorry, no disrespect here to Manchester City TV, Dan. Sorry, but that is all. No. But I'm just saying. I can't understand what is stupid of Pep. I mean, he's saying what did he say was wrong? Everybody loves Liverpool because of the tradition and so on. He generalized a bit, and then he's talking about the media. He doesn't talk to Mr. Nobody who have a good pen. He's speaking to every pundit like we do. We talk about our former clubs. I understand Pep. He should say that. What's stupid with that, Shaka?
I don't understand how it's not stupid. I'll be honest. Why does he feel everybody's like, I don't get this, woe be me. You're Manchester City. I really don't understand it. I really don't.
I would say it's not like him. You know, this is a guy who I think always tries to be above it all, and so where we play, it doesn't make any difference. There's nobody kissed the backside of Man City and Pep the way they play the game more than me.
Right.
And certainly there's nobody did it again after they got beat. I said it was a complete and utter travesty. So I'm not sure where that comes in. But Pep's always been higher, always been above all the nonsense, all the paper talk. And he loses one and he gets a bit of stick, and all of a sudden he's trying to be a bit clever and showing a bit of teeth, which some might say that's okay, but it's not like him. So it has affected him, no question.
Last word on this to you, Nedum.
Oh, right, okay. I still believe that, he's just poking fun, but I can see why some people would take offense to it, because he doesn't do stuff like this all the time. But at the end of the day, I think he understands the atmosphere, and he's just having a little go back at some people. And I think based on the reaction of some, not people on this show, they have taken it very personally. And I think in some ways that's kind of played into the game that perhaps he was playing. And let's be honest, he genuinely doesn't believe that everybody supports Liverpool. That's just not going to work out. So that's it from me. And hopefully Pep will say something tomorrow and say, did you guys miss the punchline? And we can all hopefully just move on.
Of course, he'll be speaking ahead of their clash against Wolves on Tuesday. But Jurgen Klopp was speaking today because Liverpool back in action against Villa tomorrow, Stevie. When we were sat here after your boys drew 1-1 against Spurs, you said, hey, look, no, still a lot of things can happen. Look at the goal difference. We're still ahead in that respect.
Well, they were.
Yeah, obviously, that 5-0 victory over Newcastle changed that narrative.
Yep.
Has it changed your mind?
No.
You still think it's there to be won for Liverpool?
Oh, changed my mind in that respect. No, absolutely not. It's another nail in the coffin.
Right.
There's no other way to look at it than that. Not only is it 3 points, It's what, 4 goals now?
Yes.
So, and how many games? 4 to go?
3.
3 to go.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if Man City lose the Premier League now,
Yeah.
then we will have a reason to ask questions,
Right.
particularly of Pep, because right now his job is to make sure his team are focused and are ready for the challenge ahead, regardless of who it is. But it's not happening.
Are you here tomorrow?
Yes.
I mean, you can watch the game on your own. Not like watching Liverpool. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.